As it should be. It was by a new author. Her name's Connie Berry. She was the Agatha Award winner last year for this book called A Dream of Death. I don't know if that's going to show up backwards or forwards. We don't have a copy of it here. It's a Kate Hamilton mystery. I love books. I love authors that use the same character over and over again, but you don't necessarily have to read them in order because life's not always going to be in order. So that's kind of how I feel about this. I'm started on the second one today. It's actually, her writing, if anything, got better, which I'm surprised because the first one was so good. It's kind of a cozy mystery. I've always been a big fan of like Angela Lansbury and all that kind of deal. I don't need all the gore late at night or anything, but this one is set. It's a typical classic Agatha Christie style mystery. It's set in Glenroth, Scotland, and it's the main character is Kate Hamilton, of course. She's an antiques dealer from a small suburb outside of Cleveland, Ohio, of all things. But she's got this sixth sense about antiques where she can look at them and she can tell what their story is, or maybe that there's something else there that the naked eye or the average person doesn't see. That I love that because Sherlock Holmes was on the kind of on the spectrum. They all have a little quirk to them, these detectives. I like that. I like that she has a higher intelligence than I have, which isn't hard to do. But she's also very relatable, which is great. So she's it's nice to follow along with her thoughts and her comments, and she's really fun. She's a widow. Her husband's been dead for 3 years. Husband Bill, who's from Glenroth, Scotland. So her problem is, she told her husband before he died that she would look after the sister-in-law, which that lady's a pill of the first order, and she runs the hotel on the island, Glenroth, Scotland, and has invited Kate back for the Tartan Ball, which they haven't spoken in 3 years. And the big deal about the Tartan Ball this year is there's a new novel being released. It's historical fiction written by the town historian, and it's based off of this murder that happened back in the days of the Highlanders. And it's basically why all the tourists even come to this little town in Scotland. And when she gets there, she thinks, okay, obviously my sister-in-law needs me to be here. What does she need me for? And she keeps getting put off. And at the end of after the first night is over, the sister-in-law is dead. And the way she's murdered is eerily similar to the murder that happened long ago. So there's, the plot and the intrigue there. She meets a detective who's on vacation from Suffolk, England. So there's kind of a love interest there, but it's not a sappy love interest. You can follow along and it doesn't, kind of root for him a little bit. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but, that's up to you to figure out. But it's really well done. It's nice change of pace for the setting over there in Scotland. And I recommend it to anybody. I thought it was really good. It turned just enough and kept me on my toes. And the new one is called A Legacy of Murder. They're both available on Hoopla. Unfortunately, they're not available, for hard copy. I think one was getting processed. One of the Dream of Death was getting processed in the system now. But this lady's going to be somebody that people are going to want to read, I think. And I really enjoyed it. I hope you do too. So if you don't blame me. Blame Amy. It's all Amy's fault.